What does it mean to be strong and clear and confident while being empathic? And empathic means that I'm going to care about solutions that work well for all of us to the degree that we are able to find them. It means that when somebody is behaving in a unprofessional way, whatever I want to consider that, like they are too loud or they don't speak up, or there's always a behavior that we might say, I want this to change. The empathic way of doing developmental coaching in a business setting is to first seek to understand. You slow down, you sit with somebody, you name the thing that isn't working for you in the most neutral way possible, and you ask about it. Help me understand. I noticed this and this. How do I interpret that? What did it mean to you? Empathic leadership would also involve being able to say to somebody, is there anything that makes it difficult for you to tell me the truth about what it is that you're needing or what it is that you're thinking? And can we work on that? So it's not touchy-feely. It's not all, oh, I just want you to like me and I just want to make you feel good. It's not people-pleasing. It's not codependent. It's really about having a human-centered, relationally centered approach and calibrating your language for, if we're working in a business, we're here for a very particular mission and vision. We have a very particular job description, and we stay really focused on how we help one another fulfill our job descriptions and meet that mission and vision of wherever it is that we're working. So it's a very like narrow container in that sense. Your focus is always like one of the ways that we can steer the conversation. You know, when somebody says, well, I think we should do blah, 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 right? And
Yes.
then we might say, and what needs would that meet? How would this meet these people's needs? Oh, I see how it meets development needs, but what does that mean for marketing and branding? What does that mean for finance? Does it meet everybody's needs across departments? Is this a solution that actually is going to increase attunement, flow, teamwork, the wheels going together in a well-greased way? Or does this create gridlock somewhere else that we're not looking at yet? So we're looking to create policies and solutions that actually work for a wider amount of people in the same organization than the traditional model, which is that we all compete with one another and we all have to fight for what we want in a territorial way. And the job is to compete with everybody else to be the smartest, brightest, and to move up the ladder, that's the only goal. So our goal is bigger than that if we're going to come in relationally. I think asking for what you're worth or negotiating contracts can be done in a very relational way, but you've got to have a lot of self-worth and a lot of clarity about your own boundaries then. That's a boundary thing. You know, that's a little bit like if I were to say to somebody, this does happen, right? Where somebody will say, will you come and speak? Or will you come and do a training? Or will you come and, work with our team?
Yes.
And it's very relational empathic when I say, listen, I'm happy to do that. I love doing that work. This is my minimum. This is what I want to get paid. Here's what isn't included. And then when people come back and they're like, oh, that's way too expensive or that's way too cheap, that never happens, right? But usually it's some like, that's so expensive. Then it's about you feeling into yourself. Do you feel like it's a fair price for what you're asking? In which case, you can stay in conversation. You can say if you want to, yes, I understand that this is probably above your budget. What budget are you working with? If I feel inclined, I really love the mission of the people and the team, and I really think that this would be really a great way. It would be meaningful for me to spend my energy there. There are some times where I'll say, well, let's be in conversation. Let me find out what your budget is, and let's see if we can find something that works well for both of us. But then I've got to trust myself not to undersell myself. And there are also lots of times where somebody will say, would you come and do something for free? Will you do it for, only XYZ? And I can say, listen, I can see you have this need. I know that you're looking for someone. Let me give you some referrals to people who are working, who would say yes to that. That's not what I'm trading time for at the moment. So do you see it's still soft? It's still warm. It's still relational. I'm not making anybody wrong. I'm not in a competitive conversation, but I'm very clear about what I'm saying yes to and what I'm saying no to. And I care about what it is that you're trying to get. I understand if your budget is $500, let me see if I can recommend some people to you who would enjoy doing it for $500. If I did it for $500, I'm going to feel resentful the whole way through. and I'm going to be mad at myself. So this is not going to be good for you or me. I think the key here is that at the heart of it, I care about what it is you're needing. I care about what the constraints are around you. And the conversation we're having is this a good fit or not? And if it's not a good fit, I still care about you finding a good fit, and I'm still going to see what I can do to help you get what you're needing. Relational leadership and empathic leadership is not codependent. It's not people pleasing. It's not selling yourself short. It's not trying to make other people happy. It's about caring about finding solutions that work well for all stakeholders and knowing how to have the kind of conversation we need to have to invite people back to the table, to know what it is that they're needing, to be able to articulate their favorite strategies, and then to trust yourself to know that you can hold and advocate for your own authentic yeses and nos in terms of where you do and don't want to spend resources in a clear and kind way. And I think if we've got that kind of confidence and clarity and warmth, it's not subservient.